Hi guys, my name is Elise, and we're gonna go ahead and see what is wrong with these houses that they're building nowadays, especially in now 2024.
I'm honestly kind of shocked. When did we stop building real houses and start building houses made out of glue and bark chips and list them for $1 million? So this is what I'm talking about right here. $1 million for a bunch of junk OSB plywood and bent 2x4s. Plastic plumbing, all thrown together by the cheapest possible bids they can probably get. And you don't even get any land
Look at how flimsy that looks. The wind can blow and everything will just tumble over.
for your $1 million. Look how tiny this lot is. This right here is the new type of house they're building in the suburbs of Portland, and it costs $975,000.
$975,000?
Literally everybody I know wants more affordable housing, but all we get are these monstrosities that are so incredibly expensive. And an HOA that costs $100 a month and doesn't let you do anything. And that's all they're building, all around me. They opened up all these acres of old farmland, and all they're building are these ginormous houses. Even Zillow estimates the payment on this place to be over $6,000 a month. And unfortunately, this is the future we're looking at, where no normal...
I'm sorry, what? $6,000 a month for a mortgage? That is so crappy. Like, I can't imagine, even if I did earn, you know, even if I was a millionaire, I wouldn't pay for that. Like, I'd just be living like a regular, person, and it'd just be so horrible experiencing so many issues with the build.
working class person will be able to own a home. We're talking about something like 5 or 6 of the average salary around here in order to purchase this house. Now make that make sense.
Wow. $1 million, close to $1 million is the new 400K home nowadays. Let's look at this other video.
Not be buying anything that was built in 2024.
My house was built in 1958, and I don't think I will ever buy a house that is any newer. Our house is like 1,300 square feet, but this place is a fortress. I will be on one side of the house and my fiance's on another, and I can't hear him talking to me because the walls are so thick. We have to command hook everything to the wall because it is impossible to get like a push pin in to put decor
Wow. That's a really good quality home. That's how you can tell.
up because the walls are so thick. Watch. I'm trying as hard as I can. And it just won't go through. There's also something extremely comforting about the fact that this house has been here through the worst of storms of all time. Like, she survived Hurricane Andrew. She's good. Especially as a Florida girly and someone who sells real estate for a living, I just love something about an old Florida concrete block construction home.
Yeah, I live in Florida too, and I see so many houses being built nowadays, even apartments. The apartment that I'm in right now is just paper thin. Like, you can hear my neighbor next door when they're just having a normal conversation, just talking, like base level voice. And so imagine if you have a home built like this, where it's like paper thin. You can be outside doing the gardening, you can be hearing your wife inside, like talking to her friend or something. Isn't that's really strange?
They're like legit fortresses. And if it's maintained well, there is no better indication of a home holding up for the future than one that has already held up for the past 66 years through the worst storms of all time. Yes, you'll have to update things along the way with an older house, but you can be pretty damn sure that this house is not going anywhere in the long run. My advice, buy the old house and then just upgrade the finishes to be whatever.
Shoot, if I had the opportunity to buy an old house, I would. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care if it looks outdated or if it looks like, oh my gosh, it's like it's so like 90s or whatever, or 70s. I don't care. Like, I would buy it. I would buy it because I know that its bones are strong. Like, they actually built houses to be houses, to act like houses, to be a safe place for people to stay at. And there's this next video that is actually really crazy because her house is a place where she doesn't even feel safe. It attacked her and her health. Watch this.
About a year and a half ago, I bought a brand new house.
Let's talk about first, before we even watch it, let's talk about her face and how she looks. Like, she looks extremely ill. Like, look at her eye bags, her puffy face, her puffy eyes, her nose, her lips, and then all of those spots that she has on her neck. That is someone who is not healthy. That's someone who's not having a good time.
It's like a dream home for me, you know? And little did I know how it would ruin my life. This is not normally how I look or sound. I have, how do you say, I have been poisoned by my house. My story is so crazy, everything I've experienced with this new build. But if I could share something with you, is that watch the process of your new build and check your AC by your AC guy, not theirs. My house has mold in it. I am so sick here. I'm stuck in this house. I have almost a 9% interest rate, and $3,000 of my mortgage goes to interest every month.
No, that's crazy. Because that number, 9%, that is pretty much common nowadays. Like, that's going to be like your average home. Like, that's how much you're going to be paying. And it's just ridiculous. Like, imagine having to pay that and then that home giving you a return of causing illness to your whole family, causing miserability and headaches to you. Like, and it sucks because she can't, like, what is she gonna do? She just moved in. Like, this is also a quote unquote new build. And I saw this video outside of the TikToks that I have prepared right now. They build houses with like wood that has been like the thinnest wood, the worst kind of material, and it's like infested with termites, and they don't care. They just use that crap. It's very, very sad.
My house, they forgot to put the vapor wrap or barrier wrap in it. My AC was installed wrong, oversized unit with exposed holes everywhere. My whole house was built with moldy lumber. Every night, I sleep on my couch. This is my couches. I'm sick of it. I can't sleep.
That is crazy. Imagine you move into your home and it's the place where you don't feel at home and you're just sleeping on your couch and you just want to move out so bad but you can't.
Sleep in any of the rooms because I can't breathe. My throat hurts every day. I have the most insane symptoms every day from the mold exposure. I find myself getting off the couch to go outside to get fresh air because I can't breathe the air in here anymore. I get to a point where I can't handle it. I would have never thought this would be me. It could be anybody. It's actually really common with a lot of these new builds. They just throw them up so quick and they do such a crappy job installing the AC. I mean, you're doomed if your AC is oversized for your space because mold will start to grow in your house. Needless to say, through this whole horrible experience, the builders have tried to cover it all up, remediating and covering it up. We found the mold again today, and I'm suing my builders.
Wow. I mean, shoot, I would too. Like, what? They have caused so much damage to her and her family, her and her family's health. Like, I would be so upset. Like, I would get so extremely mad because they're just so greedy. Like, these people, they're just so greedy. They just want to go ahead and build the home and not care about quality, not care about, certain procedures, not care about anything. And it's really affecting the average person, average American person. it just sucks. And you can really hear the sickness in her voice. Like you could just tell that her like throat is being like squeezed by all of this. It's horrible.
Discovered that I had mold in my brand new 10-month-old new construction home. I opened a linen closet in my bathroom, in the master bathroom, where I happen to keep a lot of my folded clothes, and I was just hit in the face with this musty smell. I look up and I see wetness and mold spores growing from the wall.
And speaking about this being common, here you go. Here's another video talking about mold in her home. Disgusting.
Call the office, it's a management office, they send someone out and they say, it's an AC problem. AC people come out, they say, not an AC problem. And we went back and forth like that for weeks. We had mold restoration companies coming out saying it was the AC, AC saying it was something else. They ripped out the wall, they replaced the drywall, and then they put new drywall back in, and within days, there was new growth on the wall. After a lot of back and forth, we finally got an environmental company to come out and actually assess where all of the heat and humidity and moisture was coming from. Here's what you can look out for. First of all, before she gets into that, what a pain in the butt. Like, imagine moving into your 10-month home that is a new build, and then your face like with all of these problems. Imagine if you have kids. Imagine if you have like a job that you're working at, and then you have this big problem. Like, seriously. First of all, the blown-in insulation was just done sporadically with no care. They put up a lot of these units at once, and it was all around the ducts. So when the ducts sweat, there was no space. It was getting wet, creating a puddle, and during these hot summer months, it finally got to a point of dripping down onto the walls. Second is they were not dried in recessed lighting. So we have this recessed lighting and it's just open. So condensation was building up in these lights. There was nothing to separate it. Also found that we had clogged soffit vents. So the air that should be able to circulate through was being blocked. We were getting warmer inside the house, we were turning the air up, and that was creating more moisture and more sweating and condensation. And also, the design flaw, technically, is that our AC unit is actually sitting right on top of that closet that I initially found the mold in, and the closet is behind the master bathroom door. So you cannot keep the closet door open because it hits the master bathroom door, and there's no grate on the top that you sometimes see over doors. So there's no ventilation whatsoever. Plus this closet is in a bathroom where we take hot showers and the moisture just builds up and basically we stand no chance. Family and I have been on binders and grapefruit seed extract and Argentin nasal spray because I know we're being exposed to mold. I also have a Jasper running at all times. And we caught this quickly and we are gonna have it.
Before I play the video, isn't it crazy that they have to put in all these other investments on all of the vitamins, all of the extra stuff like the Jasper? Like, they have to go ahead and even be more financially affected because of everything that they're experiencing in a house that is supposedly newly built and supposedly shouldn't have all of these issues to begin with.
All taken care of. Also, I'm honestly really glad that we're renters because this would have been a very expensive problem had we owned this home. We're also using infrared sauna and castor oil packs, even my little guy.
Thank God they're actually renters because I thought that they were homeowners. Like, I would have been so upset. It's sad. Nevertheless, it's still one of those like family homes, like those new builds that they have nowadays in 2024.
Thyroid castor oil pack that I can use on my thyroid. I actually put this on his belly and there's a little string so it fits perfectly and it doesn't budge. Only thing that I didn't find out was wrong with this place was rain getting in and on any wood during construction that ended up having growth. Another way that you can find mold in new construction also. The two big takeaways are, please don't think that just because your home is brand new that it can't have mold, because it absolutely can, especially in these warmer climates. Also, always advocate for yourself, because we have been told that there is not an issue and we're not going to have mold multiple times. If I didn't know how to recognize the smell and recognize the symptoms and continuously say, we need someone out here and we need them now, we cannot wait weeks for you to get contractors out here, then we would be in a much worse position.
Wow. So in other words, they were basically gaslit. They were gaslit into believing that there was no mold issue. Oh, you're not gonna come across that. Oh, no, 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 it's a new build. Oh, no, no, no. We made sure because we constructed it. But then there was mold because she smelt it and she recognized it. So they were gaslighting. Like, they are so greedy that they will literally gaslight you into thinking that there is no problem and there's no issue. Like, isn't that so upsetting? And thank God she's like a health nut. She's a really, caring mom for her kids or for her family, for her husband or whatever, that she knows what to do. Like, she has like these castor oil packs. She has like all the like the whatever drink she was trying to make in the beginning. She's on top of her health. So that is really good, but at the same time it's like so unnecessary burden for you to have to be dealing with all of these like issues in a home that is supposed to be new, in a home where you're not supposed to run into issues like these. Like, if this was like back in the day, like this would have been like a really, really bad thing. Like, it would have been like a huge issue. So I mean, think about it. If us Gen Zers, if millennials, if soon Gen Alpha or whatever, when they start coming into the housing market, we're gonna be faced with all of these issues. Like, it's so upsetting because people who are older than us, they think that we're just being too picky. We are just, we don't work hard, we don't care. But in reality, we do work hard and we are just picky. We're being very cautious because of these new houses that they're building, these new apartments, these new places, not just financially, but also like physically, like how they're building it and the quality, and like all of these factors add on together, and it's very discouraging. It's very, very discouraging. So I mean, if you have any thoughts or comments, you can leave them down below. My name is Elise. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you like this video and subscribe.